It's time to finally knit a sweater. I have been dancing around knitting a sweater for so long, even though it's always been my intention and it's something I've wanted to do. But every time I have tried to attempt a sweater in the past, I would chicken out. The very first sweater, I bought a kit with the pattern and yarn, and I decided at the last minute that I wasn't ready for a sweater, so I looked up a sweater vest instead, which was all right. It's okay. And then I did a cardigan, and then I did another vest, and here we are at last making a sweater. And I don't know why I was so afraid to make a sweater. It's actually been really simple and really straightforward, and I've been having so much fun. Hello, Dot. Nice view of your bottom. Anyways, so this is a pattern from the 52 Weeks of Easy Knits. I've talked about this book so many times, but I just really have enjoyed it so much. It's very approachable and it's easy to understand it. I think the patterns are laid out really well. And this is a fun sweater. I'm working with 100% wool that I got from a local shop called Birdhouse Yarns here in Tucson. And I was just working on a sweater vest prior to this out of 100% cotton. And this wool feels so springy and bouncy and rubbery in comparison. The cotton fiber is a lot stiffer. It doesn't really have any stretch, whereas this wool has so much stretch, and it's really fun. The other day I was knitting in bed, and when I went to sleep, I put my knitting on the ground and woke up the next day and I couldn't find it. I was like, where's my knitting? Well, Bean had dragged it under the bed, and because I'm working with 2 yarns, there was 2 balls that he had tangled up around a center post underneath the mattress, and I couldn't reach them, and so I had to get like a walking stick to untangle the balls around this little post and pull it out. Luckily, the knit stayed on the needles, which really ultimately was the most important thing. One of the things I really like to do is knit in different places, just like with journaling. Just changing up a space, going to a coffee shop or sitting outside in a park, just motivates me in a different way, gives me a different perspective. So here I am working on my first sleeve of this sweater, and I'm working with double pointed needles, which I have grown to really love. I find them oddly relaxing and satisfying, and I also feel proud just to be able to keep track of all these needles. When I first started knitting, I loathed them and I was afraid of them, but I kept trying and experimenting and practicing with double pointed needles. And now it feels basically just as natural, if not a little clunkier, than working with circular needles. I have yet to learn the magic loop, although plenty of people have told me about it, and I've looked it up on YouTube. But honestly, I like this part. I like going back to these wooden needles and just taking it a little bit slow and using a more traditional method. It just makes me happy. So that's what I continue to do, and I enjoy it. So I'm just so excited to have a sleeve. I tried the body on before I started the sleeve and it fit. It's a little bit tight, but I know with blocking it will stretch out a lot. And I'm hoping this, sleeve looks pretty small, but I'm hoping that will stretch out as well. When I finish this one, I'll try that on as well before starting the second sleeve, the final sleeve, and then I'll be done. I'll have a sweater, my very first sweater. Oh my goodness, so exciting. I'm at this point now in the project in which I'm almost done with one sleeve. and I'm starting to get really nervous about how this sweater is going to fit. The sleeve is pretty tight. I am certain that with blocking, I will be able to stretch this sweater out. I think it will just naturally stretch out. That has been my experience. Every time I block something, it stretches out quite a lot, in fact. But hopefully it'll be enough to be able to wear this sweater comfortably and not have it be too tight. I'd like to layer it. But here I am thinking, oh, it would have made a cuter sweater or vest. And there's a part of me that wants to take the sleeve out and turn it into a vest. But I'm just going to keep going because, I really want to make a sweater. It's time. Okay, so here we are with my finished sleeve. And it's really beautiful. And I'm really sad to say I will once again not have a complete sweater. I'm a little sad. It's just too tight. It's way too tight, especially right in this section here. And I don't think blocking is going to give me enough room in this area. I think it's already being stretched to its maximum. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do to kind of save face a little bit is pull this arm out back to where this one is over here and basically just cap these off and turn it into a little sweater vest, which will be cute. And I think it'll be okay. I'm just a little sad, but I do still have several months until it's sweater weather. So hopefully before it's cold enough, I will be able to have made a successful sweater once and for all. So I guess, wish me luck. So I've gone ahead and pulled out the sleeve, capped off the ends, embraced it being a vest, and I've blocked it, and now I'm just weaving in the ends, which is a part of the process that I actually don't mind. I find it a little bit relaxing, and I don't know, it's just a nice wrap up. And here it is. This is the sweater. And so I'm going to try it on with a couple of different outfits and see how it feels, see how it wears. So here we have dress number 1 and dress number 2. Maybe that works. Pants, I could wear it like a shirt. I could wear it over a shirt. Okay, so in conclusion, I think this is going to work. I think I really like it. While I don't have a sweater yet, still tiptoeing around sweater making apparently, I am really happy with it, and I think it goes with a whole variety of my clothes, which is really important. I don't want this to just be a single outfit. I love the weight of it. I love this material so much. This is a beautiful wool, and I like this little happy accident when I had the contrasting color spacing not quite right according to the pattern, but I think it looks really cool like that, and I'm glad that that accident happened. There is a couple of other accidents if you look really closely at the pattern in which my spacing was a little bit off because I would be chatting and lose track of time or whatever, and but yeah, I'm really happy with it, so it's good. And I think, yeah, I just think this will be really versatile, and I'm glad to have it.